What's up, everyone? I'm Dana Blair for another installment. A little something that's racking my brain, or a subject that I just kind of want to discuss. I really want to use this platform to have conversations that I feel like my girlfriends and I are having, or conversations I would like to have with people or see present in the social space that I'm just not really seeing. And this one, I need to have a warning, consumer warning. This is not an attack on anyone, any group, any person, or anything of that nature. It's Dana's, personal experiences, thoughts, and opinions. And I'm just throwing it out there because I'm very curious if any of you who may be watching are experiencing the same thing. I would like to talk about being single past a certain age. I'm from the Deep South. The fact that I've made it past 25 and I'm not married and I don't have kids and I don't have a family, or I'm not divorced, I'm like an alien every time I step off that plane, or run into somebody I went to high school with or something along those lines. They think something is wrong with me because obviously I hear all the time, well, you have a good career. I don't understand why nobody would pick you. Or you're an attractive woman and seem to have a good personality. Why wouldn't anybody want to date you? And that's not necessarily the case. Being single past a certain age does not mean, it's not a crime. It doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It doesn't mean you're lonely. And I think that's a misconception and a stamp that is often placed on people. And so I'm going to keep this personal and say it's placed on me. Some of y'all out there experiencing it too. But so that people don't get offended, I'll say it's placed on Dana. I think that in this day and age, you have to be very careful and you have to be very selective. And for me, getting married at a young age, which I've had the opportunity to get married on 2 different occasions, at a very young age, was something that I always envisioned until the moment came. And then when the moment came and I was like, oh shit, this person is probably going to propose to me and we're looking at rings and this is serious, I started to panic, which let me know that there was something not right with that circumstance, which also later on, now that I'm a little bit more older, a little bit more mature, and I've had a little bit more life, was a reflection of me not really knowing myself. And that panic button was the universe speaking to me saying, hello, heifer, you don't know yourself, therefore you can't really identify what you want in a partner. That's why I always find it interesting when people get married so young. And kudos to those that do. And kudos to those that find their partner. I'm just saying, for Dana, that's not the way it worked. But because that's not the way it worked for me, and for many of you out there, this label shouldn't be placed upon us. And here's what I'm talking about. Going out with your friends, whether they're in relationships or engaged, or married, it always goes to who are you dating, wanting to hook up with someone, when are you going to get married? And now I've entered that phase into my life where all of my friends are having kids and they're looking at me saying, when are you going to have kids? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? And it brings me to the question, what's the rush? Or better yet, why do I have to do it because you did it? Why is there a timestamp in my life that has to align with your timestamp or the timestamp of everyone in my group? We're not a flock of birds. We're not doing V-shaped patterns in the sky, and where one goes, everyone must follow. And I respect everyone's opinions and their choices and decisions that they've made in their life, and I would just like them to respect mine as a single person and know that it doesn't mean something's wrong with me. Even though I'm a little crazy sometimes, I snore loudly. And I can be a little OCD with like wiping countertops, but that's a whole other situation. It just means I'm being a little bit more selective. Or it could mean I'm taking time to figure myself out and my life out and enjoy certain aspects and freedom in my life that make me not ready to be at the phase everyone else may feel that I should be at. Freedom is an amazing thing. To many, it could be very scary. To many, if you have freedom and you're not doing certain things with it, it says something about you. So taking away that option of freedom can be very safe. I have many friends in my life who have done this. They felt the need to rush and put themselves in certain situations, relationships that may not have been the best choice for them. They may have settled, and I'm saying may because they're probably going to watch this. They may have settled or made decisions that they felt were what other folks wanted them to make. It would make certain situations seem better or so on and so forth. They may have been dating a guy for 5-6 years and were afraid he would say something if they didn't. And again, my hat's off to you. Your decisions, your choices, but I shouldn't be looked at or penalized in any way for my choices. I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to hurry up and rush and do something so that others in my life can feel safe about it. I've never done that. I left Alexandria, Louisiana and came to New York saying I was going to be a dancer, study ballet and modern. And everyone I met, with the exception of my parents, were like, what? You're going to go do, huh? You can't support yourself like that. You can't do this. You can't do that. And I've changed careers multiple times successfully, or I've made decisions that my heart said this is what you're supposed to do. And we all have our own paths. We all have our own journeys. We all have our own circumstances. And we all have aspects about ourselves and our psyche that nobody else will ever know. Those things that we wonder about in the shower, laying in the bed, that those fears or concerns or desires that no one else will know. Therefore, how can they look at us, analyze us, and place certain expectations on us in our life? And I guess I say all of that to say, and I'm kind of rambling, that it's okay to be in your space, and it's okay to be in your space by yourself, despite what other timelines say where you should be. It's not a crime to be single. Being single doesn't mean you're lonely. I'm single. I'm not in a relationship, but I go out. I have one or two cutie patooties I'm interested in and I have crushes on. But I also like peace and quiet, and I'm still trying to figure out a lot of things about myself. So next time, if you're someone who's in a relationship or fianced or married and you have kids and you have single friends around, think twice before you ask them when they're going to make a certain move or when they're going to make a certain step. Maybe you should ask them if they want that step in their life, and actually engage them in a conversation and get to know them. You might be surprised with what you get to know. And those of you who are out there and you're possibly trying to figure out whether someone in your life it should be in your life, I'm going to say listen to your gut. We all have a gut. Especially women, we have the bomb-ass intuition, but we don't listen to it. And if you think back and you reflect in your life, probably 9 times out of 10 with the guys, as well as with friends you've let in and out of your life, you've known good and damn well that that person was not good for you, or that's not the type of person you should be dating, or that situation wasn't going to service you, and you chose to do it anyway. And we all do it. But your initial gut feeling, your initial thought may have been opposite of the route that you took. So listen to your gut, trust yourself, and remember that only you have to sleep with your decisions. And that's whether you're sleeping with them by yourself or with someone else. So that's my take on it. I'm going to leave you with that. Again, these are just my thoughts and opinions. All my single ladies out there of a certain age, you're feeling those pressures or having those conversations, keep doing you. And when you're ready, the universe will bring into your life what's meant to be in your life, or you will actively pursue it. Peace. See you next time.